Hello Libra, welcome to my channel, The Mother Speaks Tarot. My name is Allison. My channel is still pretty new, it's just over a year old, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. If you've already subscribed, if you subscribe today, thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Subscribed or not, welcome. You can't have a channel without viewers. Those of you who are new and don't know, I'm also an author. I'm writing a series that's an action-adventure love story on superhero twin flames. It's called Perception, the Two Yet One. Book 1 here. I've read this book aloud live on Facebook and uploaded all those videos here to YouTube for you to enjoy for free. Just know that Book 2 is published and available. All the links that you need for my books are in the description box below, including if you would like a personal reading, the information to contact me to schedule one is also in that description box. Okay, welcome everyone, welcome back. Quick description of what I'm doing here, as I usually do. As soon as I started to contemplate which decks that I would be using for this week, it popped into my head that we just had that full moon on Sunday, and a couple weeks before that we had the new moon, and that was the Lionsgate energy. And so it's kind of like a follow-up on that. We'll see what part of that turns up in each of these readings. It has been showing up, so I am going to be using the Light Seers Tarot here by Chris Ann. I just love this deck, one of my summertime decks. I'm going to go ahead and use the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild and artwork by A. Andrew Gonzalez. This has the energy of the Lionsgate in there as a card. And the Moonology deck by Yasmin Boland and Nyx Rowan. This has been a really useful deck. And if I need to clarify, I'm going to go ahead and use the Tarot of the Cloisters. I really like this little deck. Okay, so as a reader, I read minor arcana cards as messages about your free will. I read major arcana cards as messages about your divine blueprint. Your divine blueprint is the plan that you, as your higher self, wrote for your life, pardon me, before you incarnated, so that you would encounter and hopefully learn certain important lessons of life that, when learned, raise the vibration and wisdom encoded in your soul. It's possible to lower in vibration during a lifetime because of our free will, but if you can manage to rise higher and higher lifetime after lifetime, or even a significant amount during one lifetime, you may become what we call enlightened, like Jesus and Buddha and Thoth and Isis and many others that we know affected a great deal of a great deal of positive change on our planet. So when I'm looking at your major arcana cards, it's a lot like looking at your destiny or fate, but it isn't exactly because of your free will. Now, there are times where things happen in our life that we had no control over at all. Even in hindsight, you're like, wow, there was no way for me to stop that or get that to happen or whatever. We do write those into our divine blueprint that way. And those times are indicated to me by the Wheel of Fortune card, which you do not have. However, this reading, okay, well, all right, Libra, the first thing I want to say is that I haven't seen a reading like this in about a year for you. And what I mean by that is that every single card in this reading, except for 2 cards, is a major arcana card. So last year this happened sort of right around this time of year. I think it was a few weeks back though. And I think I got like 7 cards out of 10. This is 8. So something that's a lot like destiny, okay? Because what this is saying is that your divine blueprint is really, really in charge here. This week's energy is all about your divine blueprint, like period, the end. Okay, so let's get started. Right here at the heart of everything for you at this time Libra, you are the high priestess. You've been listening to your intuition. You trust your intuition. You trust spirit. This is Isis. Isis is with you. She's been with you for a long time. She's been guiding you. She's been teaching you. So your intuition has clued you in on a lot of stuff going on these days. And it's been pretty hard because there's things that you know of. People have been keeping secrets. You know there are secrets. You may even know what those secrets are. It's just that nobody has spoken of them to you yet to confirm that you know what you know. But your higher self is telling you through this card that this is who you are. The High Priestess is one of the two people that the Emperor and the Empress would go to for advice. The Emperor and the Empress in the tarot are the highest authority. They are the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine. So this High Priestess, to me, is equal to the Empress energy. But she is mostly focused on her intuition. You are probably really psychic. You may be right quite a bit. Okay? You are very wise. This is the card that is crossing this High Priestess energy. And notice how these colors of this green go very well together. There's healing going on here. Okay? And I'm just feeling like, see, this is spirit speaking to you constantly. Here, the red is wrapped around her like a blankie, like comfort. And that's what I feel like. You've been going through it, and you may feel as she does right here, and you've been not using, but having spirit comfort you. It's like only spirit was there to really comfort you because of what you know, because of the secrets you know, the things that you can't really talk about with anyone. But you know intuitively that you need to move on. That's what the Six of Swords is. It's your own energy, air energy, along with Gemini and Aquarius, intellect, logic. You know it's time to move on, and you are. You're going from choppy waters to calmer waters, and it's time. I'm really glad. Yeah, moving on. Moving on. Why? This is what's at the root of everything. Your card in the reverse. Justice. An injustice, or more than one injustice, has been done to you. This is why she looks like that. She looks like she's really gone through it. Doesn't she? She's depressed. She's not going back there. Oh no. She's not really all that happy about it, but she's not going back. But this is an injustice in a big way, in your own energy. And you wrote this into your divine blueprint. Why? Because of how important justice and truth and balance and rightness is to you. You're a very fair person. You're very just. You're very truthful. You live your life this way. And that's probably very obvious to everyone around you. And so injustice, lies, myths, truths, severity of like almost like judgment, okay? People or things used your own energy against you. And of course, that really hurt. That's the way to get to Libra, isn't it? Someone who speaks the truth, if you call them a liar, oh, that should hurt them a lot, wouldn't it? This injustice was done because somebody knew exactly what they were doing. But also, you wrote this into your divine blueprint this way to, in a way, trigger you, to grow, to not ever allow anyone to switch this up on you again. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know that you speak the truth. You know that you're a good person. You know that you are fair. And you do everything in your power to be a good person. And so whenever this type of energy comes around you again, if it ever does, you'll recognize it immediately and it will not take you down. You're learning. You're never going to go back. This is what's moving out of your life at this time. The Two of Swords. This would be when you're at a crossroads. You don't know which way to go. You've got to use your intuition to make a choice. I feel like you didn't exactly know which way to go. You were using your intuition, but I'm not sure if a choice ever really showed up. This has falsehood, duplicity, disloyalty attached to it as the Two of Swords. This is also one of your cards, this energy. So this is where this could also be have been an opportunity to resolve differences and restore a certain amount of harmony, learning to give and receive. This was the recent past. This is moving out of your life at this time. And Libra, the Six of Swords and the Two of Swords are the only two minor arcana cards in this spread. These two cards for me as a reader are your future cards, and there may be a Leo or a Taurus coming into your life, but there is, look at this joy that's coming in. I'm a Libra, and I've been being told for over a year now to be patient, be patient. Divine timing is coming. Divine timing will bring you your hopes and your dreams, and it's been a long, long wait. It's been a lot of isolation with COVID and other factors involved. But this Hierophant could mean many things. This, like I said, this could be a Taurus, but this is the High Priest. Spirit wants you to know that you are very spiritual. You're not just a Libra. You're on a spiritual path. And this Hierophant In other decks is called the High Priest. I feel like this is a match. If this isn't a new, very important love, this could be, because this Hierophant also represents marriage. These steps lead to higher vibration. Look at how happy he is. That's what high vibration is. Happiness. Look at the difference between his face and hers. She's just like, I feel like this is how you've been. Just like being alone with spirit. Look at how this is like the same color. He's got spirit all around him, and he's got these stairs leading up, 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 up. Where? To this. My favorite card in this deck. The reason I got this deck for summertime, the sun. This is the happiest card in the deck. This is right side up, because this card is magic to me. Whenever you get it in a spread, in my spreads, it means that anything that seems negative isn't half as bad as it could be. Even when the sun is upside down, it means you're happy, just not fully, just not as happy as you could be. But your sun card is right side up, Libra. I just feel like you're going to feel just like that. If this isn't a counterpart, which would be a twin flame, a divine couple. But if this isn't that, this is a teacher, or this is some big business coming in that wants to take you to new heights. I feel like these stairs are like an offer, like I'm bringing these stairs with me into your life so that you and I can climb them together to happiness. The difference between the High Priestess and the Hierophant is that the Hierophant is a scholar, and the High Priestess is like more psychic. Okay, she knows what she knows because she knows it. Just, but he has done a lot of study. He can be the Hierophant can sometimes be represented as the Pope, or the Pope representing the Hierophant rather. But that's why it's also tradition and like big business, because the Catholic Church is a big business, but it's also an institution of spirit. This person represents someone at times that you can go to for mercy, for help, as some people can go to churches for help. So it just really looks like things are looking up for you here. This is a mixture. I feel like you've been in your head a lot, but also in your intuition. Now, these two cards go together. A couple of weeks ago, I did a reading for Libra where this position was the star in the reverse. And this is this is where you are right now. This is your current state of being or environment. And this is when your hopes didn't come true, or you don't hope anymore. Lost hope. So now I see that my readings last longer than 1 week, because I believe this was a couple of weeks ago that this came up, and now this is your state of being. It was your future, now it's your state of being. So you're feeling pretty hopeless, and that's why you're hoping to not have to be patient anymore. Because I'm telling you, it's been over a year that you have been patient and working on yourself and healing and becoming this high priestess. The Temperance card is a card of Sagittarius. And this is, when it's right side up, this is you being your own twin flame, where your masculine and feminine energies are balanced. This is the influence of spirit, of the divine timing. Okay, so as a hope card, I get this. You don't want to wait anymore. You're hoping that the divine timing is over, because you haven't really given up, but you're not hanging on to hope anymore. That's what I'm feeling. Look at how she's hanging on to this string, to this star. Others of you, when this star comes out, if you're in the entertainment field, you may become a star. So if you're in that field, Libra, you're not a star just yet. So here's our Lionsgate influence. One of them. Your fear is being weak. You know you're strong. You know you're patient. You know that you know how to balance. Look at, this is the eternal lemniscate. This is balance. This is like one loop is masculine and one loop is feminine, and that's how the energy on this planet works. It goes back and forth. It goes back and forth. Pardon me. So here, this is the card of Leo. Plus this is as well. The sun is Leo energy. Okay, Lion's Gate. 8, 8. So something about this lamb too. You're afraid of being weak. This is, you may be afraid that the negative energies around you could turn into more aggressiveness. However, I don't think that's going to happen, because here is another energy for Lionsgate, even though it isn't usually. It is for me because it's got the lemniscate there. There's the 8, 8, 8. Death and rebirth. This is the end of a phase in your life, a fresh start. It doesn't have to be a death of a person, but this is a major, major change. This is the Phoenix moment. This is your outcome for this reading. Scorpionic energy, water energy. You've got earth. You've got air. You've got fire. And you've got no water. No water. Earth, Virgo, Earth, Taurus. Fire, fire, air, and fire. Oh, this is the only water. Durr! This is Scorpio. Okay, so you've got earth, air, fire, and water. Duh. But like I said, Libra, the only free will you have is what you're using here by moving on. You're not waiting anymore. You want to get, you might even be moving. I mean, look at, she's got her suitcase. This is a journey, but I feel like you might be moving. This is the underlying energy of the whole thing. This is a very creative, witty air sign energy. She's got all these ideas. She's reading a book, or is she writing it? Look at how she is here. She's like whimsical. very smart, youthful energy. If this is not, this is swords, this is you. You have a youthful energy. You can be a bit serious, yes, but you have a lot of ideas. As a Libra and someone who feels spirits, this card kind of shocked me when I first saw it because, you know, swords is air energy, which is Libra energy. And each time someone I love passes away, I see them as like a balloon that I carry around with me. And they even have colors, like my grandma who passed away is a bright gold or yellow, and my brother-in-law who passed away is like a brilliant blue. And so when I see these are ideas and everything, but I also see the connection to me and the spirits that I carry around with me all the time. You may feel that way as well. Also, look at how she's walking a very tight. She's walking very carefully, but she's not even really paying attention here. Walking a fine line. So, you know, normally when I say how much control do you have over this situation, I can gauge that by the number of major arcana to minor. You've only got 2 major arcana, minor arcana. So 8 out of 10 cards. There's your other 8. See this? That's the 8. Here's an 8, but also the 8 major arcana. That's the connection here to the Lion's Gate. I feel like the energy is pushing you forward. Let's see what we can get from the Moonology, and then we'll get your White Light Oracle. So something is going to happen. There's going to be a huge change. And it's going to have something to do with something. This could be a person. This could be a business. This could be a religious institution. But I feel like this is spirit. Spirit incarnate. Aren't we all spirit incarnate? What? Whatever it is, you're going to be happy, fully, completely. Anything here that you're concerned about, even this death card, even this injustice, it's, I think you must have healed enough to experience joy now. This lesson has been learned. Why? Because you're smart. Because you're spiritual. Because you listen to spirit. And if you're a twin flame, it's because of your mission. Oh, I just split the deck. And there you are. Win-win outcome is forecast. Full moon in Libra. And the other side says a personal issue reaches resolution. Full moon in Cancer. Let's see what comes out. What do we have for... Wow. Boy, sometimes they don't come out until I start talking, but then they don't let me finish my sentence. It kind of cracks me up. All right, guides. Thank you. That's what I mean. That's who I mean by they, okay? My guides. My past lives. You know, life isn't simple. I think people spend a lot of time trying to make life either simpler or more complicated, and I think we don't have to do any of that. Because life ain't simple and it's already complicated enough. Spirit, what card would you love to get? Love? Would you like to love to give to Libra? All right, what card would you love to give to Libra? Okay. What's going on here? Oh. The one that fell on the bottom is the Pearl of Sorrow. You might, I'm not going to read this one, but maybe you want to look it up. The one that landed right here in the middle of the reading is Lasya of Parvati. Number 32, 3 plus 2 is 5. That means that equals 5, so that's a change. And so I feel like this is connected because the Hierophant is the number 5 as well. Okay, what they're showing me now is, oh, this one too. Oh, this one too? Yeah. They are all their eyes are closed. All their eyes, her right side up, her eyes are closed. It looks like she may be looking down, but her eyes are closed. She's using her intuition. She's using her intuition. She's using her intuition. But when you flip her upside down and just in an injustice, her eyes are opened. Your eyes have been opened. Your third eye has been opened, or is opening. All right, let's see what we got from the moons. Bring love into the situation. A new moon in Aquarius. Okay, so Aquarius season isn't until January and February, but the new moon reference is significant. Believe in the impossible. Blue moon. That's what we just had on Sunday. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Something's coming. Something that you may have thought was impossible. Something that you can't stop because of all of these cards. All of these major arcana cards, it's almost like getting the Wheel of Fortune. Because there really isn't a whole lot. I mean, your free will, you're choosing to leave. And then, you know, this as well, this is already over. I feel like this may have been an opportunity for differences to be resolved and the harmony restored, but this opportunity was not taken. But still, there's something that you might think is impossible. And the energy from this last blue moon is bringing it in. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Now, Aries season isn't until April. April and May, end of May. I mean, not May, April and March, end of March. Okay. Take time to breathe out. Okay, so this is saying, like, release your anxiety. Give yourself a minute to just relax. Like this person, maybe what happened is when she finally got into this boat and she started to move, maybe what she's going to do now is sit down and relax. You know what I mean? Like, it's over. Oh, there you are again. But this time it says a new romantic cycle begins. New moon in Libra. Wow. a win-win situation and a new romantic cycle. Yeah, I bring love into the situation. Oh, okay, so the star is the card of Aquarius. So when it comes to this, right now you may be feeling hopeless or your dreams didn't come true. Bring love into the situation and see what happens, okay? Wow, that blue moon showing up there and your Libra card. Wow, this is magical to me, guys. Very magical. Okay, so Lasya of Parvati. There is a gentler way to proceed and obtain the same or even greater effect. Ooh. Tame the wild and frenzied workings of the mind by grounding yourself with beauty, pleasure, and grace. Libras love beauty, pleasure, and grace. Violence and its negative effects shall be overcome and healed through feminine gentleness and inner spiritual strength. This oracle is a sign of great future happiness. Wow. And you know what? Don't be afraid that you're not strong, because you got through this. You can get through anything. Parvati is the universal mother in her gentle aspect. Although, as with all mothers, her fierce side will emerge if it's needed to protect her children. She is beautiful and benevolent and evokes the qualities of love, connection, creativity, and devotion to a higher purpose. I turned the page. The divine goddess has many names, and Parvati is also known as Jagatambi, the mother of the universe. Her son is Ganesha, the elephant-headed deity who fosters success in all new ventures, protection from obstacles, and is of particular benefit to those who feel drawn to write. I love Ganesha. I have been friends with Ganesha for many years now. Parvati is a mother to all, and her presence in a reading augurs success on every level. Wow! I love Parvati. I love the Hindu trinity of goddesses. I love the Hindu pantheon, actually. With Lakshmi, the goddess of wealth, love, and spiritual enlightenment, and Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, music, and creativity. Parvati is Tridevi, the sacred triune of feminine nature, or triple goddess of Hinduism. Hang on, guys. Okay, sorry. I'm a Libra, and this reading is really touching me because anyway, I just wanted to just to remind you guys about the Trinity. Okay, you guys have seen me use the legendary ladies. This is Parvati. This is Saraswati. And this is Lakshmi. Okay, so from Parvati in her gentle state, goddess of the universe, the Tridevi, she becomes Durga as a warrior. And then when the demons make her particularly angry, Kali comes out of Durga's third eye. I just wanted to put that together for you, for those of you who were unfamiliar with the Hindu trinity of goddesses, the Tridevi. I'm a little emotional because there's a very strong message here for me personally. we've gone through a bit here, Libra, and it's almost over. Or it is. Okay, so it is. There went the landline. Things end, but they sometimes it takes a little while for them to end. Okay, let's keep reading. Parvati is the divine archetype of the vital, competent, creative, and loving woman. When her oracle appears, there is an opportunity to heal one's mother wounds and one's relationship with the feminine more generally. She helps heal wounded hearts and teaches us how to belong to ourselves just as we are, rather than abandoning ourselves to please others. Let me just put a little more light on her here. I'm going to adjust that. Oh, as Tridevi, when you connect with Parvati, you also connect with Lakshmi and Saraswati, as all three are one. So this oracle also brings comfort for matters to do with material prosperity, love relationships, expressing your voice, and fulfilling your higher purpose. That's what my books are. Part of it anyway. Parvati is the consort and wife of the wild god, Shiva. He loves to meditate and has a fierce temper when distracted from his spiritual practice. Wrathful as he can be, he is a protector deity and the destroyer of evil. Parvati stimulates her husband's passion through her skillful practice of yoga. He is roused from meditation by the powerful energy she generates, and he performs his fierce cosmic dance, Tandeva, which brings an end to that which needs to be annihilated so new life can emerge. Here is Shiva's Tandeva. The vigor of Shiva's dance in our lives can be intense. Oh yeah. Parvati's dance, Lasya, provides balance and calming grace when the soul needs gentleness and comfort. Parvati dances her dance of happiness, leading us along our path without requiring us to continually push ourselves beyond our limits. Her wisdom protects us from breakdown, guiding us into breakthrough. Her oracle indicates that, even though we may grow through intense challenges, there is a calming influence which can help us if we are willing to allow for it and be kind to ourselves. When Parvati knows that a more dramatic intervention is the only way to conquer a particular evil in our lives, she will manifest as the ferocious goddess Kali. One story holds that Kali was so intent on destruction that the fate of the world hung in the balance. So her husband, Shiva, appeared before her as a crying babe, which instantly evoked her maternal instincts and calmed her back into her state as Parvati. We can trust that the Divine Mother loves us and responds to what is needed, but also knows how to get things done without being more heavy-handed than necessary. She is genuinely moved by our suffering and will manifest in whatever forms are needed to heal. Her oracle asks you to invoke her and trust what transpires is for your healing and spiritual fulfillment. Give up the notion that the deepest issues require the most difficult path to heal. Let her Lasya dance of happiness and grace unveil a gentler and more loving way. That's what I have for you, Libra. I hope you enjoyed your read. See you next time.